Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Susan Havener again. We're now on the third day of your second week. I hope you've been enjoying those videos that we've been sending to you. Today what I want to talk about is a really important strategy to help you to understand how do I gauge what I need to do to get, how much activity do I need to get this kind of result. So what I'm going to talk about today is what the average of presentations in a period of a month that you want to be doing to be able to get the results that you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an analogy, and the analogy I'm giving is for a six-figure income. If you want to make half of that, then cut the activity in half. If you want to make a quarter of that, then cut the activity into a quarter, just so you understand this isn't across the board that everybody has to do this activity. I'm giving the example for somebody that wants to be able to make a six-figure income a year. So the goal would be this: if you want to make a six-figure income within in a year's income, then what do you think that means? You got to do an activity. I saw this presentation with Bo Short and I loved it because pretty much so, I started taking those numbers, I started working out what it was that Dwight and I was doing and what kind of results we got. And I loved it because it simplifies it for you to be able to understand what you've got to do. So what we're going to be looking at is this. You want to be doing 15 to 20 presentations in a period of a month if you want to make a six-figure income. So if you want to make half of a six-figure income, so let's just say you want to make $100,000 a year. If you want to make half of that income, then you would be doing anywhere from 7 to 10 presentations in a month. So what does that mean? When I say presentation, what kind of presentation am I talking about? I'm not just talking about sending someone an email. I'm not just talking about, getting on the phone and, just kind of doing a light introductory. I'm talking about doing a full-fledged presentation. And what I mean is either you're on a three-way phone call and you can, go through the whole presentation. You can go and you can use the company that Jeff Allen put together, the company pamphlet where it takes you through the history of Manatech. You could invite somebody to an extreme food party, or you could sit in a restaurant somewhere and you could be sitting down doing a full-fledged presentation to someone. So we got that clarified, that you're doing a whole full-fledged presentation. You're not just lightly, giving them a brochure and, just sending them a video. You're going from start to finish, Then let's talk a little bit about the circle of how we and what we want to do as far as building our business. And the circle is what? We got to start with the list. Have you created a list? Have you gone and I just did a little training with a brand new associate. We're just putting in the computer. She just came to our house. What we did was we took her through a little mini series, and what I said to her was this: I believe this person is a mover and shaker and has contacts like you cannot believe. She has what I call Christmas trees, where, you go and you talk to that person and they literally have hundreds and hundreds of great contacts. And so what I said to her was, if you could replace your full-time income in the next 3 to 4 months, what would happen with your present profession? She said, I'd be out of it and I'd be doing this full-time. What I said to her was, well, we got to set up, and what we got to do is we got to put that list together. And what I was telling her, for her to create that income in a very short period of time, she needs to have about 20 people that are movers and shakers of champions that want to go out there and do this business. So the first thing she's doing is she's putting that list together. Then what's the next thing you're going to do? Now you've got the list. So what do you need to do next? You need to get on the phone And you need to contact people, or you need to contact them to do what? So we're putting the list together. The second cycle is we're contacting the people on the list. Contacting them by one of a couple different things. I happen to feel the best way to contact somebody is to contact them through the telephone. Why do I feel through the telephone? Because I just feel that, I want to, and we, in Mantex Tools, they have a whole thing of getting started, of what it is you do to get on the phone and contact a person. So you want to look in the stuff that you've gotten from Manatech on getting started, and it helps you on what it is that you want to say to that person when you get on the phone. So you're put the list, you're contacting people. Where are you contacting them to go to? You're contacting them to invite them to come to a party, to come to a presentation, to come to a one-on-one. So you've put your list together, you've contacted them, now you're in the part of presenting. You're showing them who it is that we are. Now that 15 to 20 people that I said you need to do in a period of a month, and I said you need to do an entire presentation, guess what? Here's a scenario to look at, because I know Ann McCann said this to me. She said, the average person's going to say contact 15, 20, or present to 15, 20 people in a month. Oh boy, that's anywhere from 5 to 4 to 3 presentations a week. What I said back to Ann McCann was, but guess what? You could have 3 of those people in one Extreme Food Makeover party. So that's your 3 contacts all in the same 1-hour presentation once in a week. Keep that in mind when you're thinking about that 15 to 20 people that you're inviting and doing a presentation to, is that they could all be in your week's amount of presentations at one Extreme Food party. So now you've gone through the list, you've gone through contacting, and now you've done the presentation. The next part is you got to do the follow-up. Ideally, what we do in our home parties is we like to, right there and then, we like to get you enrolled and get you come on board as a member or as a champion. In our Extreme Food parties, we tell people bring the applications of members and associate applications, because you're going to fill those things out right there and then. So the follow-up is you're following up, like this lady today. She enrolled. She's an associate. The follow-up is to get her going, to get her started, or the follow-up is maybe they need to go home, they need more information, and you're following them up. What I want to say is this: do not wait a week to follow up with that person. You want to be back in touch with that person within the next 24, 36 hours. Because why? It's new in their mind. They're still feeling it. They're still excited. You don't want them to go lukewarm on this whole thing. So there you go, folks. You got to hear about how to get to 6-figure income in a 2-year period of doing 15, 20 presentations in a month. And then you got to hear about the list, the contact, the invite, the follow-up. And I thank you, and I hope that this is being beneficial for you, and we look forward to hearing the results. God bless. Have a great day.